So ayun, good afternoon ulit. And so for today, ang gagawin natin is mag-answer tayo ng mga theories and sample problems. So we are hoping po sa inyong participation. Kung gusto niyo mag-answer, pwede kayong mag-unmute to answer o kaya mag-chat na lang sa mga, o kaya mag-chat, ganon. And ngayon, kung mapapansin niyo din, apat lang kami nandito kasi po yung isa sa amin is may internet, may wala pala silang kuryente, si Natalie, yung leader namin. So, ayun, start na natin. For theory questions, number 1, Penetrante owns and operates a large hardware store in Cabanatuan City that employs about 45 personnel. She delegates some of the decision-making to two superiors. Penetrante's business is organized as A. Corporation, B. Partnership, or C. Sole proprietorship, or letter D. Limited partnership. So, and we just answer po. Pwede kayong mag-chat or mag-unmute. May nagsagot. Kita ko ba? Any other answer po before natin i-reveal yung sagot?
C po.
Okay, sabi nung isa, letter C. Yan, tignan natin. So, thank you doon sa mga sumagot. The answer is letter C. So, proprietorship daw siya. Okay, thank you. Number 2 naman tayo. Jumawan loves to cook. She receives unqualified praise whenever she prepares a meal for someone. Encouraged by these compliments and eager to put her culinary talent to good use, Jumawan decides to open a boutique restaurant in Dumaguete City. Since she plans to maintain complete control of the business, she will most likely organize it as a letter A, limited partnership, letter B, corporation, letter C, partnership, or letter D, sole proprietorship. Yun, may nakuha tayong sagot. Letter D daw. Okay, so the answer is letter D. Thank you. So number 3, a budding entrepreneur wants to start a business but is unsure of the legal form suited for her. Short of cash, she has, take, she has to take the form that is least expensive and most flexible in terms of decision making and implementation. Which would you recommend? Letter A, joint venture. Letter B, partnership. Letter C, sole proprietorship. Letter D, cooperative. Or letter E, corporation. Yes, answer. Ano answer? Yung bisa ang answer mula kay Gamora, letter D daw. Answer po, magsasagot pa ba before we reveal the answer? Yes, wala naman na. So, the answer po is letter B, partnership. And so, number 4, please stop.
So, thank you, Miss Francie de Guzman. So, dito naman na po tayo sa number 4. Unlimited liability means, letter A, there is no limit on the amount an owner can borrow. Letter B, creditors will absorb any loss from a non-payment of debt. Letter C, the business can borrow money for any type of purchase. Letter D, the owner can borrow money for all the business debts. And letter E, shareholders can borrow money from business. What do you think is the right answer po? You are free to unmute your phone if you have your answer. Any answer po?
Yan, may sumagot letter B or
Yan.
A daw.
Daw.
Yan,
So,
may hindi.
meron pa ba? So, kung wala nang, the correct answer is letter D. Because in contrast with limited liability, yung unlimited liability natin refers to business owners who are legally liable for any debts of their business might accrue. And because in business, yung owner ng business, yun yung may responsible sa lahat ng utang niya. So next po. Cabrera inherited a large amount of money from his parents. Cabrera wishes to start his own business in Batangas, but his lawyer encouraged him to make it a corporation. So the question is, what disadvantage of a sole proprietorship are the lawyers trying to avoid? Letter A, unlimited liability. Letter B, lack of management skills. Letter C, retention of all profits. And letter D, lack of money. So what do you think is the correct answer po? Ayun, may sumagot ng letter B. Ano pa? May sumagot din ng letter E. A pala. So, the correct answer is letter A. Correct si Mr. Dan. So, syempre, kapag yung sa sole proprietorship, hindi maiiwasan na magkaroon siya ng unlimited liability kasi nga 'di ba mag-isa niya lang doon, and then kapag gusto niyang ma-improve yung business niya, or kapag gusto niyang ma-save yung business niya from the bankruptcy, syempre uutang siya ng funds para ma-save yung business niya. Kaya ang sagot dito is letter A. Next po.
So, next question na po tayo. Number 6. The person who assumes full co-ownership of a partnership including unlimited liability is A, letter A, sole proprietor, B, shareholder, C, limited partner, and D, general partner. So, chat lang po natin yung answers natin. So, si Mr. Dan, letter D. So, may magsasagot pa po. So, letter D is the correct answer, general partner. Diba nga nung last discussion, nasabi natin, general partner, from its definition, it is the one who is liable to the extent of his separate property after all the assets of the partnership are exhausted. Kaya, siya yung ina-assume na merong full co-ownership sa partnership. Tapos, yung Unlimited liability kasi nga, siya yung partner na kung sakali magkaroon ng problema, kahit yung personal properties is maaaring makuha o pambayad sa creditor. Number 7. So, here's the question. The partner who can lose only what he has invested in a business is the A. General partner, B. Sole proprietor, C. Manager, D. Employee, E. Limited partner. So, answer ni Mr. Dan and si Miss May. Si Miss Zamora is letter E. So, you're both correct. So, kanina is general partner, ngayon naman limited partner. Kung ano lang yung invest niya, yun lang yung maaaring kunin kapag nagkaroon ng problema or nalugi yung business. So, number 8 na po tayo.
So number 8, Alibang Bang and Sol decided to go into business together. They started by listing the essential terms of their agreement along with their rights and duties. Alibang Bang and Sol created letter A, articles of partnership, B, licensing agreement, letter C, articles of incorporation, and letter D, division of partnership agreement. So may nakita na akong nag-answer ng letter A. Okay, nawa. So yun, the correct answer is letter A, articles of partnership. So na-discuss naman ni Miss Erica Aviles last week na ang articles of partnership includes the rights and duties of each partner. So number 5 yun. And next one is next number. Which of the following would least likely be stated in the articles of partnership? So, yung mga choices, letter A, who will make the final decisions? Letter B, how much each partner will invest? And letter C, what duties of each partner are? And letter B, what products will the company will sell? So, feel free po to answer. Wala pa nag-answer. Ayun. So, ang correct, ayun, humabol pa. Sabi ni Kuya Dan is letter B and the Ate May is letter A. So, ang correct answer po is letter B. What products will the company will sell? Kasi 'di ba, yung letter A, yun yung sa mga kinds of partners. Letter B, yun yung sa capital investment nila. Capital contribution of each partner. And letter C, yun yung nabanggit ko kanina na nakalagay din sa articles of partnership. And letter D, hindi naman siya ini-include doon sa articles of partnership. So next na po is multiple choice problems ba?
So let's proceed po dun sa multiple choice problem natin. Number 1, the partnership agreement of Niza and Sala provides the interest at 10% per year is to be credited to each partner on the basis of weighted average capital balances. A summary of Sala's capital account for the year ended December 31, 2018 follows. So, balance on January 1 is 420,000. And they have additional investment on July 1 amounting to 120,000. And on August 1, they have withdrawal amounted to 45,000. And their balance on December 31 is 495,000. So the question is, what amount of interest should be credited to Salas capital account for 2018. So, Marianne, paano?
Sige, best. Wait lang.
Sige.
Sandali. Ay, Frenzy. Ano pala? Yung sa screen share.
Sorry.
Sige na, boss.
Ano pala, any idea kung ano yung sagot dun sa problema natin?
C po.
So, ayan po. To compute dun sa amount ng interest na i-credited kay Salas sa capital account for 2018, we must first determine the Salas weighted average capital balance. So, una, from January 1 to July 1, we have 420,000. Then we will multiply it by 6 because of 6 months from January 1 to July 1. So we got 2,520,000. So dito naman tayo sa may additional investment niya on July 1 up to August 1. So we have here 540,000. Paano natin nakuha yung 540,000? We add na additional investment natin noong July 1 doon sa balance niya noong January 1. So we got 540,000. Then we will multiply it by 1 kasi 1 month lang yung ma-occupy niya from July to August 1. So we got 540,000. So next is from January 1 up to doon sa ending balance niya nung December 31. August 1 up to dun sa December 31 na ending balance niya po. So we have 495,000 naman. We have 495,000. Then, i-multiply naman natin siya into 5. From August to December 31, we have 5 months. So, we will have 2,475,000. So, isa-sum up lang natin siya. So, we will get the amount of 5,535,000 po. So, the last step to get the weighted average capital is we will divide it into 12 months. So, our weighted average capital is equal to 461,250. Ayan po. So now, nakuha na natin yung weighted average capital nila. To get the interest na i-credited kay Salas Capital Account for 2018, i-multiply na natin siya doon sa interest rate per year nila, which is 10%. So, the amount of interest per year that was credited to Salas Capital Account for 2018 would be 46,125. So, the answer for the first problem would be letter B. Ayun. Pabalik na lang dun sa PPT natin. Thank you. Kung may tanong kayo, magtanong lang kayo. Kung may hindi kayo naintindihan, paano nakuha yan. So, before tayo mag-proceed sa problem 2, may katanungan pa po ba sa problem 1? So, bago tayo mag-proceed sa number 2 po, i-end muna namin kasi less than 1 minute na po eh. Balik na lang po tayo agad. Thank you. So, problem number 2 na po tayo. Next slide po. So, Baroga and and interest payments. If okay lang po ba yung audio ko?
Okay na po.
So, ayan. Ulitin ko na lang. So, Baroga and Gonzalez are partners who shared profits and losses in the ratio of 60 for Baroga and 40 for Gonzalez. Baroga's salary is 60,000 while Gonzalez's salary is 30,000 pesos. So the partners are also paid interest on their average capital balances. In 2018, Baroga received 30,000 of interest while Gonzalez received 12,000 pesos interest. The profit and loss allocation is determined after deductions for the salary and interest payments. If Gonzalez share in the residual profit or the profit after deducting salary and interest was 60,000 in 2018, what was the total partnership profit? So anyone po? Any idea po? Or any answer po? So, i-compute na natin yung total partnership profit nila. Mary Ann pa, ano ulit? Thank you. So, let's compute po. For their salaries muna. For salaries of Baroga and Gonzalez muna. So, sabi dito, si Baroga daw ay may 60,000 salaries while Gonzalez has 30,000 salaries. So, their salaries, their combined salaries is 90,000. Their total salaries is 30,000. For Baroga muna, yun, 60K. Yan. Then, next natin is yung dun sa interest average ng capital balances nila. So, for Baroga, may 30,000 interest siya. While on Gonzalez, may 12,000 interest siya. A total of 42,000. So, for the residual profit naman, yun. For Baroga naman, it has residual profit of 90,000. Nakuha siya dun sa salaries and interest niya na 60K and 30K. For Gonzalez naman, naka-indicate dito na may 60,000 siya na residual profit after deducting yung salaries and interest niya. So, we have a total of residual profit of 150,000. So, the share in partners profit na po tayo. Yung total shares partners profit. So, for Baroga, we have a partners profit, we have 180,000 for Baroga. From 60K, add natin yung 30K and yung 90K. So, we have 180,000 for Baroga. And for, Gonzalez naman, we have 102,000. So, our share in partner's profit is 282,000. Ayan po. So, the answer for problem 2 is to letter B, 282,000. May question po ba? So, may tanong po ba? May hindi po ba kayo naintindihan? So, thank you. Balik na po tayo dun sa PowerPoint po natin. And dun sa susunod na problem po natin. So, next problem po. Ito pala yung yung solution ulit natin.
Next slide po. So, number 3 problem. Tony and Jane are partners with capitals of 200,000 pesos and 120,000 pesos respectively. The partnership agreement provided the following. A. 10% interest on their capital investment. B. Annual salary of 36,000 to Tony. C. Remainder in 60 is to 40 to Tony and Jay. What is the profit to be earned by partnership before charges for interest, salary, and balances so that Jane will receive 40,000 in the remainder of the profit after salary and interest? So letter A, 100,000 pesos. B, 168,000 pesos. C, 132,000 pesos. Or D, 136,000 pesos. So we will compute for that para makuha natin yung answer. So here, ang tinatanong is what is the profit to be earned by partnership before charges for interest? So itong question na to, hindi ito yung usual na tinatanong. Because yung usual question is, we will be computing for the share of partnership rather than the partnership net income. So dito, we will compute for the partnership net income. So in this case, we will be working back to compute for the total partnership income. So next slide, andun po yung solution natin. So we have 40,000 income to be received by Jane, so that Jane will receive 40,000 of 40%. So therefore, to compute for the 100% of the remainder, you have to divide it by 40%. So yung profit after interest and salary natin, 40,000 divided by 40%. So you will have 100,000 pesos. So meaning, this will be the 100% of the profit after interest and salary, provision of allowance. So 100% profit after interest and salary. Ngayon naman, to compute for the total partnership of income, mag-a-add back po tayo. So, we just need to add back the interest and the salary. So, una, interest ni Tony. So, Tony will be receiving 10% of its capital balance. So, yung 20,000, So, nagkaroon tayo ng 20,000. Kasi nga po, yung beginning capital balance ni Tony na 200,000, ito times natin siya sa 10% na interest po natin. So, 20,000. And then kay Jane naman, i-compute din po natin yung interest niya. Meron po siyang capital balance na 120,000 times 10%. So, nakuha po natin ang 12,000. So, i-add po natin yung interest ni Tony and Jane, kaya nakuha po natin ang 32,000. And then, sabi naman dyan, and then, add back salary of Tony, 36,000. So, therefore, yung profit after interest and salary na 100,000, and then yung interest ng both partners na 32,000, and then salary ni Tony na 36,000, we will add those three. Makocompute po natin yung total partnership income na 168,000 pesos. So, may question po tayo? May katanungan po ba tayo about dyan sa problem? So, kung wala na po, sa next problem na po tayo. Thank you.
Ay, ako na pa. Sorry. So number 5. If a if a partnership has a profit of 44,000 and partner Garces, basta yun, is to be allocated a bonus of 10% of profit after the bonus, Garces' bonus, which would be, so let's compute for the wait lang. So, yung solution natin is very simple lang. Yung profit before bonus na 44,000, para makuha yung profit after bonus, i-divide siya sa 110%. So, 44,000 divided by 100% is 40,000. So, yung difference between this profit and bonus shall be the basis for the 10% bonus rate. So, ilalas lang natin yung 40K sa 44,000, which is 4,000. Yun yung 10% na bonus rate. So, the correct answer is letter C, 4,000. Next, sa problem solving naman po tayo. Ables and Galang divide partnership profits and losses solely on the basis of their average capital balances. Ables had 275,000 invested during all of 2018. Galang had 200,000 invested from January 1 to August 31, and he invested another 75,000 on September 1. If profit was 800,000 during 2018, how should each partner receive? So, para mas maintindihan natin, mag-Excel ulit tayo for the solution. So, ito yung problem natin, no? So, for Ables Capital, para mas magandaan. So, yung date, dito na lang. Date and capital account balances. Shortcut ko na lang para kasyan. And portion of the year and change. Haba. And change. And average capital balances. Tumatawag. So sabi dito, Ables had 275,000 invested during all of 2018. So nung year 2018, yun na yung pinaka invest niya, which is 275,000. So dahil nga 2018, 12 over 12 na lang, 12 over 12 yung gagamitin natin. Pero 1 na talaga yan. 275,000 times 1 kasi 12 over 12, which is 275,000. And for Galang Capital naman, wait lang. Magalang siya, ano? Gap. Sana all go. So, yun. So, Galang had 200,000 invested from January 1 to August 31. So, January 1, ba? January 1 to August 31. So, ilang months yon? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, which is 8. Oh, tama. 8. Ilan yan? 200,000. Yung capital account balance niya. And 8 over 12 kasi hanggang August na, no? And 200, ay, bakit ganito? Ganyan na lang. Ano ba? 8 over 12, 200,000 times 8 over 12 is 333.33. And he invested another 75,000 on September 1. So, idadagdag natin yung ininvest niya dun sa capital balance. So, 275,000 ulit. From, bakit nagpabago to? Nakakainis ha. From September 1, September, October, November, December. So, yung remaining months na 4 over 12. 4. Kainis to. Basta ganyan na lang. Paraan. Para maintindihan. Kainis to. 4 over 12. So, 275 times 4 over 12. Times 4 over 12 is 91,666.67. So, yung total na ito, total nitong lahat is 275 plus 1333 and 91,666.67 is 500,000. Yung total average capital. Wait, saan ka ba ilalagay? Dito na lang. Total average capital is 500,000. Huwag niyong kakalimutan pala yung ano, yung double, ano na tawag dito? Basta yun. Kasi kapag walang ganyan, imamali kayo kapag sa exam. Tapos yung sa next naman is yung, ano na ba ito, yung entry. Debit for income summary and credit sa, credit Ables drawing and credit for Galang capital. Ay, Galang drawing pa. Which is 800,000. Ay, wait na, 800,000. 500,000 pa. 500K Hindi pa na. Mali ako. Sorry. Ito, 800. 800K. Ano ako? 800K times 275 kay Ables divided by dun sa average capital. So, ano ba hindi na cash? Arte-arte naman ito. Kaya, das kay Galang naman, 800,000 times 225. Ay, wait lang. May nakalimutan ako. Ano? Sorry. Hindi. For ano muna pala kay Galang total yung sa kanya. So, 225,000. Tapos, ipag-add na lang yung kay Ables and Galang. So, 500,000. 225,000 divided by 500K. So, ito, 440,000 and 360,000. Kaya naging 800,000 yung income sa So, ayun. Okay na. So, yun, 440 and 360 yung answer. So, next is Miss Francina po.
Ayan. So, good afternoon ulit. Thank you, Miss Marian. Punta naman tayo dito sa next problem. Tungkol naman to sa distribution of profits or losses based on the partners' agreement. Abad, Aglug, Gub, and Onate agreed to share profits and losses according to the ratio of their respective investments at the beginning of the year. Meron silang 300,000, 250,000, and 450,000. Ang requirement dito is calculate daw yung share ng each partner under the following conditions. Letter A, merong profit na 270, and letter B, 240 na loss. So, yun. Ang sabi niya dito, isahatiin daw yung profit and losses according dun sa ratio ng respective investments nila. So, wait lang. I-open natin yung Ayan. So, ito yung problem natin na nandito yung x natin. Ayan. Diba? Sabi niya nga, pag paghahatian nila yung profit and losses according sa ratio nila. So, first is, kailangan muna natin ilagay dito. Um, yan, so, ilagay natin yung investment ni Abad na 300,000. Tapos yung kay Aglugog na 250,000 and kay Onate na 450,000. So, ang total nun is 100,000. Para makuha natin yung ratio nila, ito, yung ratio nila, kailangan natin gawin yung 270,000. Ay, hindi. Para makuha yung ratio, ang kailangan natin gawin is itong 300,000. Itong 300,000 is i-divide natin. Itong 300,000, i-divide natin kay dun sa total na 100,000. So, ayan. So, ang magiging ratio nila, wait, sorry. 5, 7, ito kasi dapat. Tapos, B4. Wait lang, guys. Basta yun. God. Basta yun. Ang gagawin natin para makuha yung mga ratio nila, itong mga amount na ma-invest nila is i-divide natin siya dito sa 100,000. So, kapag yung 300,000 kapag yung 300,000 is divide natin doon sa 1 million, ang magiging ratio nung kay Abad is 0.3 or 30%. Tapos yung kay Aglugub naman, pag yung 250,000 is divide natin sa 100 million, meron siyang ratio na 0.25. Running out of time. Yun. 0.25 or 25%. Tapos, yung last, yung kay Onate, is same lang din na gagawin natin. Yung 450,000 is i-divide natin sa 1 million para makuha natin yung ratio na 0.45 or 45%. Kung mapapansin nyo, kung i-add natin ito lahat, ang total nito is 100%. 100% siya. Ayan. Ay. Ito. Ang magiging total niyan is 100%. Ngayon, ang gagawin natin, ang gagawin kasi yan, di ba after yan, yung profit ngayon, itong profit ngayon is i-multiply natin siya dito sa percentage para makuha itong 81,000. Pero pwede ding ang gawin natin is yung tuloy-tuloy na. Parang ito, yung 270,000 na profit, yung 270,000 na profit is i-multiply natin siya dun sa fraction nitong 300. Yan. Tapos, i-divide natin siya dun sa 1 million. Tama ba? Yan, i-divide natin siya sa 1 million. Kaya, makukuha, sorry na guys. So, ayan. Yung 270,000 na profit, i-multiply natin siya dito sa 300,000 na investment at i-divide natin siya sa 100,000, 1 million para makuha itong 81,000. And ganun din dun sa pangalawa. Yung 270,000, i-multiply natin sa 250,000 and i-divide natin siya sa 1 million. Kaya makukuha yung 67,500. And dito naman din sa kay Onate is ganun lang din. Yung 270,000 multiply sa 450 na investment and then divide din siya sa 1 million na total ng investment ng tatlo, kaya makukuha 121,500. Ganun lang yon. Pwede din naman yung ginawa natin kanina na ito, yung 30 divided by 300,000 divided by 1 million, makukuha yung 30%. And itong 30% is multiply natin sa 217, mag-aarap tayo sa 81,000. Ganun lang yon. And kapag sa loss naman, is ganun din yung gagawin natin sa loss. Since na-compute na natin to, itong ratio na ito, yung 30,000, pwede na natin siyang i-multiply dito sa loss na 240,000. And makukuha na agad tong 72,000 na loss, 860,000 na loss, and 180,000 na loss. And kung gusto nyo din, katulad nung ginawa natin kanina dito sa profit, yung 240,000 is i-multiply ulit natin dun sa 300,000 na investment ni Abad, and i-divide siya sa 1 million, makukuha yung 72,000 na loss. And ganun din kay Aglugu, yung 250,000 na yung 240,000 na loss is i-multiply sa 250,000 na investment ni Aglugu, and i-divide natin siya sa 1 million, makukuha natin itong 60,000 na loss. And same lang din kay Onate, yung 240,000 na loss is i-multiply sa 450,000 na investment, and i-divide sa 1 million, makukuha natin itong 108,000 na loss. So, ganun lang siya, guys. Kapag yung hatian is according sa ratio nung mga investment nila, ganun. Ito total yung investments, tapos kung ilan yung total na, i-divide mo siya doon para makuha yung ratio, which is ito nga. And mas mapapadali na siya kasi i-multiply mo na lang siya. So, ayun. Wala ba any questions bago tayo mag-proceed sa next problem? Nagets nyo naman ba? May tanong? Before tayo mag-proceed sa next problem, iyan muna natin tong meeting. Kasi wala na tayong time. Para mamaya, tuloy-tuloy na yun. Last problem naman na yun. So, yun. Questions po, kung wala. And so, I think wala naman po tayong question. So, mag-proceed na tayo sa next problem. But before that, iyan po muna natin yung meeting. Thank you. Continue na po natin yung discussion. So, ayan, tulad ng nasabi kanina, di ba, yung sa hatian nila is dun sa ratio. So, ang magiging parang, ang magiging share nila, bawat each partner is kay Abad, may 81,000 siya na profit, and 67,500 kay Agluwub, and 121,500 kay Onate. Tapos sa loss naman is may 72,000 na loss kay Abad, and 60,000 loss kay Agluwub, and 108,000 na loss kay Agluwub. So, ayun, next na tayo sa next problem po. Sorry, hindi pala ako naka-mute. Next is yung rules for the distribution of profit or losses. In January 1, 2018, Nick Marasigan and Dems Asakta agreed to produce and sell chocolate candies. Marasigan contributed 200,400,000 in cash to the business. And si Asakta naman daw is nag-contribute ng building and equipment na ang value niya is 2,220,000 and 1,400,000 respectively. And the partnerships had profits of 480,000 during 2018 but nung 2019 daw is less successful sila kaya ang naging profit nila is 400,000. I-ano natin yung mahatian i-entry muna natin siya. So ang magiging entry niyan is ayan. Wait lang. Yan. So, to record yung mga investment ng mga partners is, ayan, magde-debit tayo ng cash na 2,400,000 and building na 2,200,000 and equipment na 1,400,000. And mag-credit tayo ng Marasigan Capital na ito, yung 2,400,000. Ito yung cash na kinontribute niya. And yung sa bill, mag-credit tayo ng Asakta Capital na 3,600,000. Bakit nga ba 3 million? Kasi yun yung kinontribute niya na dalawa, yung building tapos equipment. So, ayan, yan yun. Yan. So, after ng entry, meron tayong mga sasagutin na required. Ayan yung pinapasagutan niya. Ayan. So, letter A, sabi niya dito, determine the share of profit for each partner in 2018 and 2019 under of each the following conditions. So, i-open lang natin sandali yung Excel. Wait lang po. So, ayan po. Ito, yung sa number 1, yung sa letter A daw, ito, yung sa letter A, hahatiin natin i-determine natin yung share ng profit nila based daw sa pinag-agreehan ng partners na i-share daw nila yung profit equally. So, ibig sabihin, 50-50 silang dalawa. So, ang mangyayari dyan, yung 840 na profit nung 2018 is i-multiply natin siya sa 0.50 or 50%. So, ang makukuha natin dyan, so, ayan, ang makukuha natin is 420,000. And syempre, same lang din kay Asakta, ganyan lang din gagawin natin since ang hatian nga nila is 50-50. So, ayan, parehas silang may 420,000. So, kapag pinagad yung 420,000, makukuha natin yung 140 na profit no 2018, which is ito. So, ito, yan, profit in 2018. And same lang din sa 2019, ganun yung gagawin natin. Pero, ang gagamitin nating profit dito is yung 400,000 na lang. Kasi nga yun yung naging profit niya nung 2019. So, yung 400,000 is multiply din natin sa 0.50 or 50%. Yan. Ang makukuha nating profit is 200,000. Ganun din kay asakta. Yan. So, ganun. Pag pinag-add din to, makukuha natin yung profit na 400,000 na total. Yan. So, for 2018, ang magiging profit nila, ang magiging share of profit nila for both Marasigan and Asakta is 420,000. And nung 2019 naman is 200,000. Yan. So, mag-proceed na tayo dito sa letter B. Sabi niya, the partners failed to agree on a profit-sharing agreement. So, ayun, wala silang agreement. Ano ba yung sinabi kapag walang agreement? Kapag walang agreement, sabi niya kapag walang agreement is yung ganun sa ginawa natin kanina na maghahati sila ng profit based dun sa mga capital contributions nila or yung ratio ng original capital contribution. So, ayun, tulad ng ginawa natin dun sa first na sinagutan nating problem, kukunin natin yung share ni Marasigan, which is yung 2,400,000 na cash. Ayan yun, kay Marasigan ito. Marasigan. Ayan. Tapos yung kay Asakta naman, Asakta. Di ba sa Asakta may ininvest siya na building na 2,200,000 and yung equipment na 1,400,000. So, ayan, ang magiging total nito is 3,600,000. Yan, kapag pinag-total itong dalawa, kapag pinag-total natin itong dalawa, yung 2,400,000 and 3,600,000, ang ito plus ito, ang makukuha natin is 6 million yung total. And katulad ng ginawa kanina, para makuha agad yung ratio, yung percentage nila, itong 2 million para Marasigan. Itong 2 million, i-divide natin siya dun sa total na 600, na 6 million. Kaya, wait lang, bakit wala? Ano na lang. Huwag na lang napansinin. I'm sorry. So, ito na nga, di ba? Ito yung maging total nilang dalawa. So, ang gagawin natin sa 2018, yung 840 na profit is i-multiply natin siya dun sa binigay ni Marasigan na 2,400,000 na cash. Tapos, i-divide natin siya dun sa 6 million. Yan. So, ang magiging profit ni Marasigan for 2018 is 336,000. And ganun lang din kay Asakta, pero papalitan natin itong 2,400 kasi yung 814 na profit ng 2018, i-multiply natin siya dun sa in-invest niya, yung sa kinontribute niya na total, which is itong building, tapos itong equipment. So, yung total niyan is 3,600,000. Ganyan. Tapos, i-divide ulit siya dun sa 6 million na total kanina. So, ayan. Ayan. So, ang magiging share ng profit niya for 2018 kaya sakta is 504,000. Pag pinag-add itong dalawa, makukuha natin yung total na 840,000. And sa 2019, ganun din yung gagawin natin. But ang gagamitin nating profit is hindi na siya 840, kundi 400,000 na lang. And yung 400,000, same yung sa ginawa natin kanina, is minultiply natin dun sa 200,000 na minultiply natin dun sa 200 yan, minultiply natin siya dun sa 2,400,000 na kinontribute na and then divide natin siya sa total na kinontribute natin siya dun sa total ng dalawang contributions nila. So, ayan. Ang makukuha natin is 160,000 na profit ng 2019 for Marasigan. And ganun lang din kay Asakta, yung 400,000 na profit is i-multiply sa 300,000, 3,600,000. So, ayun. Yung 400, ulitin ko. Yung 400,000 na profit ng 2019 is multiply dun sa total ng contributions ni Asakta, which is yung 3,600,000 and i-divide siya dun sa total na 6 million. So, ang makukuha nating profit niya for 2019 is 240,000. So, kapag tinotal to, ang makukuha nating total is 400,000. Ayun, yung sa letter B. And, punta naman tayo sa letter C. Sabi niya, the partners agreed to share profit according to the ratio of the original investments. Actually, parehas lang yung letter B or C. Napakita na natin yung letter C dun sa ginawa nating letter B. So, ayan, bali B and C na to. Kasi, ang mangyayari, para makuha yung ratio kasi, yung 2,400,000, ito yung kanina kong kinukuha, is i-divide siya dun sa total na 6 million. So, 2,400,000 divided by 6 million. Ang magiging ratio nung kay Marasigan is, kaya naman pala. Ayan, 0.40. So, 0.40 times yan. Yung kay, yung ratio naman ni Asakta, ko na lang to. Ito na lang natin. Yung kay ratio naman ni Asakta, yung total na 3,600,000, kasi divide natin siya sa 6 million. So, ang magiging ratio niya is syempre 6.6. 49. So, ganun lang din dun sa ginawa kanina sa last problem. Pag itong 0.40 is multiply mo siya sa 840,000, makukuha mo itong 420. Ganun din kay Asakta. Pag itong 0.60 is multiply mo sa 840, makukuha mo itong 420,000 na profit na for 2018. Ganun lang yung gagawin niya sa letter C. Pag ang sinabi is, ang kataan daw nila is sa ratio ng original investment nila. So, ayan. Tapos na tayo sa A, B, and C. Before tayo mag-proceed sa letter D, wala ba kayong tanong? Ayan guys, so malapit na siya mag-T. So, mag-extend lang po sana tayo ng konti. Okay lang sa inyo. So, I guess wala naman na kayong tanong. So, let's proceed na sa letter D. Yan, naka-ready na siya. Sa letter D naman, ang sabi niya daw, the partners agreed to share profits by allowing interest of 10% dun sa original investments nila and i-divide yung remainder daw doon is i-divide siya equally. So, ayan, may investment siya. Sa mag-2018 muna tayo. Sabi niya daw, 10% daw dun sa original investment nila. So, for Marasigan, yung 2,400,000 na investment niya, multiply natin siya sa 10% or 4%. Ayan. So, ang magiging interest niya is, yan, may 240,000 siya. 240,000 siya na interest. And kay Asakta naman, since ang original investment niya is 3,600,000, i-multiply din natin sa 0.10. So, ayan. Ayan. So, makukuha natin yung 360 na, ay, mali na pagbilan ko, sorry. Ito dapat pala kay Asakta. Ayan. So, ayan. Ito yung magiging interest nila. So, 240 tas 360. Ang total niyan is yan, 600,000. So, itong 600,000 daw is ibabawas natin siya dun sa itong 840 na profit. So, bali, ang remainder na lang na paghahatian nilang dalawa is 240. 240 na lang yung remainder kasi nga 840,000 na profit ng 2018 ito ilaless natin itong total ng interest. So 240 na lang yung remainder nila. And itong remainder, sabi niya dito, yung remainder yung remainder daw is i-divide nila equally. So 240. So, yung 240,000 is i-multiply natin siya sa 0.50 since equally nga daw nila hahatiin. Yan. So, ang magiging ang mapupunta kay Marasigan is 120 and ganun din kay Asakta, 120 din. So, ayan, ang magiging share ng profit. Tapos, ganun lang din, ipa-add natin ito, yung remainder na napunta kay Marasigan, i-add natin yung Asakta. Yan. So, yan. Ayan. So, ang magiging share of profits nila for 2018, kay Marasigan, meron siyang 360. And kay Asakta, meron siyang 480 na share of profits. Ayan. Tapos, ayan, kung ipa-add mo to, itong naging share of profits nila, ang total na is 840. Which is yung naging profits nila ng 2018. And same lang din dito, pag-add mo itong total nung sa interest na 600 and itong total nung sa remainder, ang makuha natin is yung 840 na profit ng 2018. So, sa 2019, ganun din yung gagawin natin. Pero dito is 400 na lang yung 400 na lang yung profit nila. So, ganun lang din yung gagawin natin sa interest. Ito. Ayan, ikakopy lang. Ay. Sorry. So, ayun. Since ganun lang din gagawin natin, ikakopy lang natin itong interest kasi same lang din naman yung ginawa natin. Ayan. So, ayun din. Ganun sa ginawa natin kanina na yung 600 na total interest is ibabawas natin siya dun sa profit. So, 600 ililess natin yung 200 ay 400, 600. Ang makukuhan 200, baliktad pala guys, 200 ay 400,000, ililess natin yung 600,000, ang makukuha na lang natin is negative 200,000. Yan, and since sinabi na yung remainder daw sa hatiin nila equally, so yung 200,000 is i-multiply natin sa 0.50. Yan. So, 200,000 is i-multiply natin sa 0.50. God. Yan. So, ang makukuha natin na remainder kay ayan, negative 100,000. Siyempre, ganun din kay Asakta, negative 100,000. So, ayan. Kung ito total natin to lahat, ang makukuha na lang natin na ang magiging share of profits ni Marasigan for 2019 is 140,000 and kay Asakta naman is 260,000. And ganun din kapag, ay, sorry, hindi ko pinag-total. Yan. So, ganun din kapag pinag-total natin itong dalawa, makukuha natin itong 400,000 na total ng profit. And ito din, pag pinag-total natin itong dalawa, makukuha natin yung 400,000 na profit. Gets ba yun? So, ayun na yung letter D natin. Gets nyo ba? Malinaw naman ba? Any questions? Kung wala naman na, let's proceed po sa letter E. Ito naman letter E. Sabi niya dito, the partners agreed to share profits by allowing salaries of 400,000 for Marasigan and 280,000 for Asakta and dividing the remainder equally. Yan. Kung dito sa letter D natin, may interest siya, dun sa next problem natin, which is letter E, may salaries daw siya. Ayan. Yan. So, syempre, since given naman na yung salaries, ilalagay lang natin siya dito. So, 400 na salaries for Marasigan and 280 salaries for Asakta. So, total lang natin ito. So, ayan, may 680 siya na total. And tulad nung ginawa natin kanina, yung para makuha yung sa remainder, yung 840 na profit is ililess natin yung 680,000 na nakumpit natin. So, ang matitira na lang na remainder nila is 160,000. 160,000 na lang yung remainder na paghahatian nila equally. So, ganun lang din sa ginawa natin, itong 160,000 is multiply sa 0.50 since sinabi niya na yung remainder daw isahatiin nila equally. Yan. So, for Marasigan, ang makukuha niya is 80,000. And syempre, ganun din kay Asakta. Yan, 80,000 din kay Asakta. And kapag pinuntal yan, syempre 160 siya. So, ayan na po siya. Learning of Yan. So, dadalian na natin kasi 10 minutes na lang siya. Ganito siya. Yan, para makuha. Yung same lang din ang gagawin natin sa 2019. Ayan siya. Ganyan. And yung 6, and para makuhuli yung remainder, yung 40, ay yung 400,000 na ito, profit niya noong 2019, is ilaless natin yung 680. So, ang makukuha natin dyan is negative 280,000. Ano, sorry. So, ay, ang makukuha natin dito is negative na 680,000. So, tulad lang din ng ginawa natin, negative 280,000 multiply by 0.50. Kasi nga, yung remainder daw is divided equally. So, ganun lang. Yung 280,000 na remainder is i-divide natin siya. Multiply natin siya sa 0.50. Ayan. So, tag 50 sila. So, ayan ang makukuha natin. Grad lang natin ito. Yan. So, ito yung magiging profit ni Marasigan, share of profit ni Marasigan na nasakta for 2019. Yun. Yan siya. Yun. So, yun na yung letter E natin. May question po ba tayo? Before tayo mag-proceed sa letter F, which is yung last problem natin. Siya. Yan po. Okay, so, yun. Sa letter F na tayo, since tapos na tayo sa letter E. Sa letter F, sabi niya, yung partners daw is nag-agree ng share profit by paying salaries na 400,000 kay Marasigan and 280,000 kay Asakta. And i-allow daw yung interest na 9% dun sa original investments nila. So, kanina, di ba, magkahiwalay siya. Yung sa una, interest lang. And itong letter E, salaries. And now, sa letter F, magkasama na yung interest and salaries and interest. And yun, salaries na 400 kay Marasigan and 280,000 na salaries kay Asakta. So, ang total nito is, ayan. So, tapos daw yung sa interest nila na dun sa original investment nila. Eh, di ba, ang original investment kay Marasigan is 2,400,000 na i-multiply natin siya sa 9%. Or, yan. So, ang makukuha natin na para kay Marasigan is 216. Tapos, ganun din yung gagawin natin kay Asakta na yung 3,600,000 na investment niya is i-multiply sa 9%. So, ang makukuha natin na interest for Asakta is 324,000. Kapag pinag-total siya, 540,000 yung total. And yun, yung ganun lang din, yung remainder. Yung 800,000 is i-less natin. 840,000, i-less natin yung 840,000, i-less natin yung ito, 680. And magle-less ulit tayo ng 540. Yan. So, ang magiging remainder natin is negative 380,000. Kasi nga, yung sa 840, lalas natin itong 680 and 540. So, ganon. Then, hati sila, equally, ang mangyayari, negative 380,000, multiply siya sa 0.50. Yan. Yan, so, ayan. So, ang magiging profit nila for 2018, si Marasigan is may 426 siya na share of profit. And kay Asakta, 414 na share of profit. So, ganun lang din yung gagawin natin dito sa 2019. Pero nga lang, magbabago yung sa may remainder na. Yan. Kasi ang magiging remainder na lang natin dyan is 820. Negative 820. Kasi, di ba nga ang profit niya for 2019 is 400,000. Nililess natin yung 680 and nililess natin yung 540 din na interest. So, ayan, ang remainder niya is negative 820. And itong negative 820 is multiply natin sa 0.50 since hati nga sila equally. So, ayan. So, pag-add lang natin siya. Yan. So, for 2019, ang magiging share of profit niya is 206,000. For Marasigan and kay Asakta naman is 194,000. So, ayan lang siya guys. Ganyan lang. Malinaw ba yun? That's all. That's the end po. Malinaw ba siya? Wala ba kayong questions? Ganon. Ayun. So, ayun. Nag-end na po tayo doon. And, wala naman na po atang tanong. So, yun lamang po yung for today's tutorial. Pwedeng na lang tayo mag-open cam for attendance since focus na din yung time. Hello guys, open cam na po tayo. Thank you. Yan. Wait lang po pala. Yan. 1, 2, 3, smile. Yan na po. Thank you. Itong Zoom natin. So, thank you so much po sa pag-attend and see you ulit sa next tutorial. Kung may tanong man po kayo, mag-chat lang kayo sa PC. So, ayun. Bye-bye. Thank you and sorry po sa overtime.